good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Very good morning.
Morning, good morning. Yes.
Very good morning, my dear students. Sir, Dr. Ramkrishna Reddy, sir, I will take
Yes,
just 1 minute
Yes, sir.
so that you can go ahead with your class.
Yes.
My dear students, today I am going to introduce my close friend, my classmate, roommate, Dr. B. Ramkrishna Reddy, Assistant Professor of Zoology. He is working with Sharan Visveswara College of Science, Gulbarga. He has the experience of 30 years, teaching experience of 30 years. And to add, he has guided for 6 PhD students. 6 PhDs have been awarded under his guidance. Then he has even under his guidance, 1 MPhil has been awarded. And to add, he has published more than 25 international and national papers. So you all are very lucky to have such a eminent personality who is giving a lecture on evolution. As I told you already, he is giving a lecture on evolution. Please make use of this opportunity. Take the maximum benefit from Professor Dr. B. Ramkrishna Reddy. Don't hesitate. Treat Dr. B. Ramkrishna Reddy as Shivkumar Patil sir. He closed. Don't hesitate. If you have any doubt, you can make your video on, raise your hand so that he will clear. And throughout the class, please remember, switch off. Keep your audio in mute mode. If you have any doubt, make the video on, raise your hand. If the professor allows you, you go ahead with your question. Otherwise, ask your doubts at the end of the class. Okay, with this short introduction, now I will hand over mic to my friend Dr. B. Ramkrishna Reddy. Professor Ramkrishna Reddy, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear Shivkumar, sir. If
Thank
it
you,
is
sir.
possible,
Please go ahead.
Yes, record ಮಾಡ್ಲಕ್ ಆತದೆ ನೋಡು. Record ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲಿ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will try. If it is possible, we will record it. We are recording it, sir. If it is possible, we are recording it.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ನಾಗ ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ, ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ನನಗ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Shivkumar, for giving an opportunity to interact with your students. Thank you very much. Now, very good morning to dear students, all of you. I hope that you have seen me as an examiner. I was there, I think last semester I was there. So naturally, all of you may be familiar with my face. Some of the batches I was there, I think. So thank you very much. Now, any one student can give that I am audible, visible, something like. Okay, anyhow, Shivkumar also is watching, I think. So if any disturbance is there, you can just see that, and the students should be able to hear. That is what my idea is. That one of the student, if you give response, no, it will be well and good. Dear students, anybody you can unmute and give response whenever I call. Anybody you can unmute and give response. Am I visible and audible, all of you? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Students, anybody? Students?
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Yes, very good. Thank you very much. So you just today, as usually we will have an teachers exchange program where we will be coming to the college and giving some special lecture like. But anyhow, because of this COVID-19 pandemic, it is inevitable that we have to connect in this way. So in the teachers linkage or the student linkage, where how we can share our knowledge, with that aspect, we are here to share. And if any doubts are there, you are very much feel free to ask. Now we will be discussing about the evolution part. We are discussing. in the evolution, yes. ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದ? ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದ?
Sir, you are audible.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ರೂಮ್ ಲಾಕ್ ಅದೇಮೋ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಂದೆ. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ವೆಬ್ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ.
Okay, please go ahead, sir. It is audible.
Right. So dear students, you can note down the point just I was explaining, and again I will be continuing tomorrow also. There we will be using PPT, some other mode of this aids we can use. So right now when I am explaining, just to please note down in the notebooks. So in the evolution topic, you have an idea about your previous class knowledge about the evolution part which you have studied. Evolution is a branch of biology which deals with the study of gradual group development. Evolution is gradual group development. So gradual group development, that is evolution, the term given by Robert Spencer. Robert Spencer given the term evolution. Like any other branches, the evolution also the branch of biological sciences which deals with the gradual group development. Now fifth gene is going to be celebrate biodiversity is there. So biodiversity is because of this evolution only. So present day all the life forms which are present on the earth are due to the evolution only. So that is to study under the evolution. So as an examination point of view, or otherwise also as a general information, we have to remember, and we have to, and this examination point of view also, what are the theories which are there, that these are important for the examination. So evolution, the term you know right now, and in this, so what is evolution? The question is that whatever the present life forms on the earth are created at a time or otherwise gradually evolved. As your previous information from your PUC and information, based on that you can say is not created at once. These are the product of evolution. So present day all the life forms are the product of evolution. So the how you can say that is in order we have to discuss. The question is, what is that evolution? Gradual group development. Gradually it is taking place, not at once, suddenly. Gradual group development, and it is a group, not an individual. So all of you are aware what do you mean by the life and origin of life also, you know some idea behind this origin of life, Big Bang theory, right? So there are different theories are there, theory of special creation, theory of abiogenesis, theory of biogenesis, all these different types of the theories which explains about how the first life is originated on the earth. As you are aware that about 15 billion years back the nothing was there, but the whole universe has formed about 15 billion years back. Then 3.5 billion years back earth was formed, 4 billion years back earth was formed, and 3.5 billion years first life has originated. Now when the first life has originated, from then till now, what is that process and how these different varieties of the life forms are originated? That is the question. Okay, so two aspects here as a general when you see, one is origin of life, another one is evolution of life. So first one, origin of life, is how the first life is originated, where if you recall your PUC level also some information, then you can say that theory of that is chemical evolution, based on that only the first life is originated, Stanley Miller's experiment, something like that. Basic idea you have now. Now how the first life is originated, you know, that is in detail we are not discussing about that. But the how that single celled first life which is formed, how it is transformed to the varieties of these life forms, that is the question. And this is what the branch which is concerned with the that is evolution. So according to this, the evolution. Now the question is, what is evolution, and whether evolution has occurred or not, and how the evolution has occurred, what are the different factors responsible for the evolution, right? And what are the evidences by which you can say that the evolution has occurred? So these are the different points we have to. So now evolution definition already I have given now, right? So in the evolution, whether evolution has occurred or not, keeping in mind some theories are proposed by Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin considered as a father of evolution. So here the different theories proposed to say that evolution has occurred, right? So presently the process is on, and the products, whatever you can see, all these different life forms are due to the evolution only. So there are varieties of the theories have been proposed by the evolutionary biologists. Out of that, a few theories. According to your syllabus here. Number one. So right now you know that, just to in order you remember and you note down here and there whatever points you require. That evolution, you know, evolution is occurring. It is a natural process which is taking place, and it is a gradual process. And the evolutionary biologists are given the different types of the theories are given. In that, you write down number one is Lamarck's theory is there. Number two, Darwin's theory is there. Number three, Neo-Darwinism is there. Three major theories. So many theories have been proposed by the different evolutionary biologists, but the basic and main theories and acceptable one, accepted as well as the syllabus which is mentioned is the three important theories you remember. Number one is Lamarck's theory. Number two is Darwin's theory. Number three is Neo-Darwinism. These are the three theories you remember. Okay. So in this first one is the Lamarckism. First one is the Lamarckism. So in evolution, Lamarck's theory, first one, Lamarck's theory, the main principles of Lamarck's theory. Now what I am discussing is first theory, that is evolution process is taking place. So that how the evolution process is taking place, why the evolution is taking place. So that is first J.B. Lamarck proposed the theory based on his name is called as Lamarck's theory. So first one what I am giving is Lamarck's theory. This is proposed by J.B. Lamarck. This is proposed by J.B. Lamarck. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck proposed this theory, named after him as a Lamarck's theory. Based on his one of the principles, also based on the one of the principles of Lamarck, this theory is also called as use and disuse theory. This theory is also called use and disuse theory. Sometimes in the examination, when it is asked regarding the theories, no alternate names also you should remember. Lamarck's theory ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ use and disuse theory ಯಾವುದಂತ doubt ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. Use and disuse theory, Lamarck's theory ಎರಡೂ same. Now, according to the Lamarck's theory, Jean-Baptiste Lamarck first was proposed to explain about the evolution. In his book called, he has written a book, in his book called Philosophy, 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 Zoologique, Zoologique, Philosophy, philosophy. Spellings of ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ. Philosophy Zoologique, Zoologique. Philosophy Zoologique is the book written by J.B. Lamarck, right, where he has explained about the different main principles of the Lamarckism. This Lamarck's theory is also called what? Lamarckism. Lamarck's theory also called Lamarckism. This is also called other name use and disuse theory. Use and disuse theory. Okay. So now Lamarck's theory is one theory which explain about the evolution process. So now in the Lamarck's theory, what are the main principles? Write down principles of Lamarckism. what are the principles of Lamarckism. So here the main principles of Lamarckism are: number one is effect of environment. Effect of environment is one of the principle of Lamarckism. One of the principle of the Lamarckism is effect of environment. Second one is the effect of environment is number one. Second one is new need, new organ. New need, new organ is another one. Third one is use and disuse of an organ. Use and disuse of an organ. Effect of environment, number one. Number two, new need, new organ. Number three, use and disuse of an organ. Fourth one is inheritance of acquired characters. Inheritance of acquired characters. And the fifth one is speciation. Fifth one is speciation. So in the principles of Lamarckism, these are the five main points are there. Number one is effect of environment. Number two is new need, new organ. Number three is use and disuse of an organ. Number four is inheritance of acquired character. Fifth one is the speciation. Five important points. These are called principles of Lamarckism. Okay. Now, first one. According to the Lamarck, the effect of environment will be always there on the organism. Always there is an effect of environment. Effect of environment on the organism. Either you take the plant or animal, whatever that it may be, there is an effect will be there on the organism. So that is why the plant which is grown in particular soil in the Kalburgi area and Bidar area and Basokalan area. So whatever the plant which is grown there, the type of the soil is different. So based on that, the growth, development, crop yielding, that varieties that is going to be different. So that is why always having the impact of environment on any plant or the animal will be there, and the survivability is depending upon the adjustment and adaptability of that particular animal or plant to that particular given environment condition. So always Lamarck says that why the evolution is taking place, how the evolution is taking place, these are the points which we are considering, right? So always there is an effect of environment. That question, that is the point, that statement we have to understand, and it is right. It is 100% always effect of environment is there. When we have the high temperature, we have got an effect on our body. Then the now seasonal variation is there. Any season now also will be having some effect will be there. So whatever that we are facing now, the problem, right? And what we are going to be next. Also now in this COVID-19 pandemic, we are here. It is also a type of, so almost all natural disasters are taking place right now. And recently there is an Afan is there, another in Maharashtra, another again flood is there. So all these things are the changes which are taking place in the environment, and in turn these are having the effect on complete the organisms, plants, animals, human beings, etc. So likewise here there is a impact of environment on the organism. That is also one of the important factor for the evolution, right? So in the case of effect of environment, that is what the first point which is he says, right? Second one, why the changes are taking place, and usually you are calling the yes, there was some slight disturbance was there, net, I think net problem is there. So second one is new need and new organ. Second one is new need and new organ. So usually evolution, which gives that always from the simple to the complex type of the development will be there. So here new need and new organ means this is how the adjustment or adaptability to the nature we have to change. Likewise in the living organisms also there are certain changes are taking place. Either it may be the morphological or maybe anatomical or the physiological, right? All these changes enable the organism to adjust the existing or the changed environmental conditions for the adaptations or the adjustment. Right now what we are talking about coexistence with your COVID-19, this virus. Earlier we have got the lockdown period, right? Then now it is unlocked down. Then government says that we don't have any medicine or we don't have any vaccine. So naturally you cannot stop everything live. So we have to continue. So this is one of the examples, just you can say we have to coexist along with this. Like varieties of the life forms are there, right? If you look at a spoonful of the soil which has thousands of bacterial species are present. Likewise, along with that, varieties of the life forms are present. Likewise, your viruses also. One of the viruses is your COVID-19 virus. That is, along with the COVID-19 virus only, we have to live. So that is what the here you can see new need, new organ or the new adjustment is based on that our body system has to be developed, our immunity has to be developed. We have to coexist along with the COVID-19 only. Whenever we get influenza, flu, ಕೆಮ್ಮು ನೆಗಡಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದ, ಬಟ್ ಅವ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದೇ ತರ ಈಗ COVID-19 ಅದೇ ತರ ನಾವು ಇರಬೇಕು. So that is why it is a must that we have to change according to the changing environmental conditions. So that is why here new need, new organ. Based on the food availability, based on the defense mechanism in the given environmental condition, there should be the, whenever a new organ is developed, new part is developed, a part is lost. So naturally there will be the change you can see, variation you can see. Variation or change means some external changes, morphological changes are taking place. So that is the second point, what you are calling new need, new organ. Evolution ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? Because environment ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ organisms ಮೇಲೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? change in environmental condition, along with that you have to also ಆ change ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾಗ ಈ new need, new organ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Okay, this is second point. Third one, use and disuse of an organ. Third one is use and disuse of an organ. So according to Lamarck, he says that always the parts of the body, you have to keep it in mind. ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮನುಷ್ಯರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಮನುಷ್ಯನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ COVID-19 ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಮ್ಗ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೋಬೇಕು. ಬೇರೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಅವನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ, ಟು ಸರ್ವೈವ್. Likewise, in that process, use and disuse of an organ. Okay, according to this use and disuse of an organ, Lamarck says that the part which you are using more, which is developed more, the part which is not used much, it is not developed. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ನಾವು ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಾವು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ಕಲರ್ ವಿಂಗ್ಡ್ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ಕಲರ್ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊ. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಏನಿದೆ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಇನ್ ದ ವಿಂಗ್ ಕಲರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೀನ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಆ ತರ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ವೆರೈಟಿ, ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್. ಆ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, anatomical ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ನಾನು ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೆವಲಪಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ನೋ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಎ.ಬಿ. ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕ್. ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಯಾರೋ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಸ್ಮಿತ್ ತಗೋರಿ, ರೈಟ್, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋರು ಏನಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವ ಅಂತ, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಗಿರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಕ್ಕ ಅಂತ. ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆ ತರ ಅವರು ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕಿಸಮ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವೆನ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈ ಸೇಸ್, ಯಾವ ತರ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ancient, that is ಪೇರೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್ ನಾಗ ಏನ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್, ಅದು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಾಗ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹೊಸ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹೊಸ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾವೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ also one of the factor where you can see use and diffusion of organ, one of the principle of Lamarckism. Now fourth one is inheritance of acquired characters. ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ಏನನ್ನ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನನ್ನ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್, ಏನನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಏನನ್ನ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಏನದ 5-10 ನಿಮಿಷನಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ, ಏನನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ನಾವು fourth point we are discussing. Fourth point is inheritance of acquired characters. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಜನರಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದೇ ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಯಾವ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು ಅದು, ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ, ಹೊಸ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟದ, ಮತ್ತ ಯೂಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಾಗಲು ಆಗ್ಲಾರ್ದಾಗ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟದ, ಆ ತರ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ whatever the changes which are occurring during the lifetime of the animal or plant, the changes, ಯಾವುದೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಎದ್ರಲಿಂದೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಫುಡ್ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಗಿವೆನ್ ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ಒಂದು ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ನಾಗ ಏನೇನೋ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಣ. ಸೊ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಆ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ಗೂ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ, ರೈಟ್. ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಹೆರಿಡಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ heredity and variations is the genetics. Inheritance andrenu, the process of transmission of the characters from parents to the offspring, right? Adu usually inheritance definition. Illen principle ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, inheritance of acquired characters. Inheritance of acquired characters andre during the lifetime of any animal or plant, whatever the characters which are acquired ಬಂದಿದಾವೆ, acquired characters are inherited ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ನಾಗ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, ಆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ ಕೆಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಗೊತ್ತದ ನಿಮ್ಗ, ಕಲರ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಅದು. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಲೀಫ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದೇ ತರ ಇವು ಕಲರ್ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ತಾವ. ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, ಬೇರೆ ಗ್ರೀನರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟದ, ಮತ್ತೇನಾಯ್ತು ಮೆನತ್ತೇನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದಾಗ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತವ, ಸಮ್ ಕಲರ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾವ. ಯಾಕಾಗ್ಬೇಕು, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ನಾಗ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಯಾಮೋಫ್ಲಾಜಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮಿಮಿಕ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ತರ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗೋ ಟೈಮ್ನಾಗ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್, ಆ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ಆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹೊಸ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ತವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್. ಆ ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್, ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕಿಸಮ್. ಈಗ ನಾ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿನಿ, ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರ, ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೀತಾರ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನಂತಾರ ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೀತಾರ. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಮೇನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಏನದಾವ? ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನ್ಯೂ ನೀಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಈ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಆ ತರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ ನಾನು? ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವೆನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಏನದ? ರೈಟ್? process of formation of new species is called speciation. Right? Or origin of new species is called speciation. ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಸ್ ಏನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕಿಸಮ್, ನಾವು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಡೇ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ? ನಾವು ಬಯೋಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಂಗ್ ಬಂದವ? ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್? ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು? ವೈ ದ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್? ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ by which the evolution is taking place, whether the evolution is presently in place or not. So ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು? the present day all the life forms, whatever that it may be, either the plants or the animals or the microbes, all of them are the product of evolution. So now evolution ಯಾಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ these are all the Lamarck, which is given one of the theory. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಲೆಮಾರ್ಕಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಲೆಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದ ಮೇನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೆಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಯಾವಂದ್ರೆ ಈ 5 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಬೇಕು. ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಡ್ತೀರಿ? ನೀವು ಬರೀತೀರಿ, ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಡು. ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದೇರ್? ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಅನ್ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದ, ನಮ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಏನದ? ಅನ್ಫೇವರಬಲ್. ರೈಟ್? ವೈರಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಫೇವರಬಲ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ಡ್ ನೌ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ನೌ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ನಾವೀಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ನಾಗ ತಗೊಳಕತ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೊದಲು ತಗೋತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದೊಂಥರ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟೈಪ್. ನಮ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನಾವು ತಗೋನೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಬಸವಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಬಹಳ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾವೆ, ಹಂಗ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದಾವೆ ಆ ತರ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ನಾ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಾಂಡಿ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಲೋಮಿ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಲೆಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನ್ಯೂ ನೀಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೀಗ ನ್ಯೂ ನೀಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ನಾವು ಮದರ್ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮದರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೊಸದು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ ಜೋಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಈ ಆನ್ಲೈನು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಸ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನ್ಯೂ ನೀಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ನ್ಯೂ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ನ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಆ ತರ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ನು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾವ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ ನಾನು? ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದ, ಇಲ್ಲಾರ್ದು ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಆ ಒಂದು ಲೆಮಾರ್ಕಿಸಮ್ ರೈಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. Then all these, whatever the changes due to the effect of environment, there may be new organ or the more used developed organ may be there, that will be inherited to the next generation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So this is what the Lamarck's theory ನಾಗ ಈ 5 principles ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, so in this, what are the examples for this? On what basis he has given? Observation ಇರಬಹುದು, ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What are the examples he has given? Number 1 is examples for Lamarckism, Lamarck's theory example. Evolution of long-necked giraffe from short-necked giraffe. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಲೆಮಾರ್ಕ್. Evolution of long-necked giraffe from short-necked giraffe. That is one example, right? Second one is webbed feet in duck. Webbed feet. In between the digits, there is a membrane, right? Development of that membrane, no? Webbed feet in duck is one example. Another example which he gives. Third one is limblessness in snakes. Limblessness in snakes. Present day snakes, we won't see the presence of legs. No, earlier the snakes were having legs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Now present day example ಏನದ? ಈಗ limblessness in snakes is one of the example for Lamarckism. Another one is webbed feet in a duck is also the example for the principles, that is a Lamarckism. Fourth one is blindness in cave animals. Blindness in cave animals. Cave. Cave animals. Fifth one is vestigial organs. Vestigial or you ಐದು example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Lamarck has given these 5 examples for the Lamarck's theory, Lamarckism, use and disuse theory. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿನಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ Lamarckism. Theory of inheritance of acquired characters ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Theory of inheritance of acquired characters ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಈ 4 ಹೆಸರು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. Lamarckism ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಸೇಮೆ, Lamarck's theory ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಸೇಮೆ, use and disuse theory ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮೆ, inheritance of acquired characters ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್. All these same, right? Alternate names are there proposed by J.B. Lamarck. ಇದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಈಗ? Evolution of long-necked giraffe from short-necked giraffe. According to Lamarck, earlier giraffes were having the short legs and short neck and short forelimbs, right now what giraffe and then ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದದು? Long neck will be there and forelimbs are also long. So this is the product of evolution ಅಂತಾರೆ Lamarck. Evolution of long-necked giraffe from short-necked giraffe is an example for Lamarckism. So earlier what he says is the giraffes were, all of them were having giraffes population, short neck and short forelimbs were there. Okay, the population, much population was that size. Then at that time environmental conditions were favorable. They were feeding on the grass, right? Grass was, plenty of grass was available. So gradually, because of the environmental change, climatic changes, there is an imbalance in the nature. Because of that, gradually, or otherwise also there may be increasing in the population of the giraffe also. Jasti adaga, gradually there is an exhaust of the grass. There is an exhaust of grass. Grass ella mugdo bitta. So naturally, when the grass was completely exhausted, then the giraffe started feeding on the small plants, that is the herbs and shrubs, leaves of these herb shrubs. In due course of time, these herb shrubs plants are also gradually exhausted. Then it is inevitable that these, right, giraffes has to depend on the leaves of the tall plants. That's what, gradual. Earlier plenty of grass was available, they were happy, their population was increasing, but gradually because of environment, grass was completely exhausted. Then they started feeding on the smaller plant leaves. Then these plants, herbs and shrubs are also exhausted. Then naturally these giraffes were tried to feed on the leaves of the tall plant. It is inevitable, that is they have to survive. So that is why they started gradually stretching the neck and forelimbs to feed on the leaves of the taller plant. It's a gradual course of time, right? Not in a short period of time, gradual course of time. So the gradual course of time, gradually there is a increased length of the neck as well as the forelimbs, right? So in due gradual course of time over the generation, in the single generation, small that increase in the length of this, that's what new need new organ. The effect of environment already told because of the change and the increasing in the population, there was an exhaust of the food material and tarta, the food main. So then the new need new organ and use and disuse of organ, both they say that use and disuse, used more, neck is used more, forelimbs are used more to jump. That is why they are grown more, developed more on the use and disuse of an organ. So this is favorable change. This is useful to the organism for the continuity of life. So naturally, because of this use and diffusion of organ, like here also increasing the length of the neck as well as the length of the forelimbs. And this changed trait character is inherited to the next generation. Adu inheritance of acquired character. So earlier there was short-necked, short-limbed giraffes were there, and gradual course of time, right? Now presently whatever we see is because of the, that is, these different factors which explained in the principles. So our character, that inheritance of that particular character, acquired character, acquired, they have got during their life period of time. So that character is inherited because it is useful for the survivability of tarta. So athara example the Lamarckism ge evolution of long-necked giraffe from short-necked giraffe. Now the second one is webbed feet in duck. Second example, webbed feet in duck. Duck is an aquatic bird. It is, you know that the birds are mainly aerial, but the secondarily adapted, right? A few of them are flightless birds are there, and some of them are the adapted to the water. Aquatic habitat also is also a secondary mode of adaptation. So usually the birds, whatever the duck which we are calling, they are in the water, they can live. That is because of the development of the web. But previously, earlier, the ducks were not having the web in between. ಎರಡು ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಬ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ವೆಬ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲು ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನಾಗ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ and the feeding on the grains and other materials which are present. But gradually when the food is exhausted, right, on the land, they moved into the water. When they moved into the water and feeding on the different types of the aquatic organisms present, then gradually they moved inside, they are unable to swim. So gradually they tried, and because of that complete gradual stretching of the digits, stretching of the digits, which resulted in the formation of a membrane in between the digits. So that is adak navenanti web. So webbed feet in duck. When you study completely the duck related evolution, earlier they were not having the web because they were there on the land and feeding on the grains which are there or the material which are there, food available. But because of the variety of the factors here, the food material available or exhausted, thereby gradually they moved into aquatic. To adjust to the aquatic water body, the development of the web has occurred. So this is also, you can compare with the effect of environment is there, then the use and disuse is there. That is because of continuous stretching of that one, development of the web antartha, right? So webbed feet in duck is an example for the principles of the Lamarckism. Okay, so here you can say use and disuse. Likewise, use and disuse naga first two ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದನಲ್ಲ ಈಗ use ನಾಗ ಬರ್ತವೆ. Maximum they are used the neck and forelimb, then used the stretching of the digits. Because of that, there is a formation of the structures, new structures which are responsible to help them to live. Third one, limblessness in snakes. Limblessness in snakes. Earlier snakes were having the limbs, but they were living in the crevices in the gradual. And here at that time there was a grassland. So when the grassland was there, the snakes were just crawling on the grass. The legs were not used, just they were on the belly and crawling on the grass, right? And they were entering into the crevices, right? So because of that, the legs were not used. So thereby present day snakes are the limblessness anta one example. Enidu disuse naga new example kodbodu. Use naga first two hedidivi. Now you can say the limblessness in snakes. Earlier snakes were having the limbs, but they were not used because they were crawling on the grass, but and also entering into the crevices, and they were living burrowing type. So hence they were causing disturbance. So hence in the gradual course of time, limblessness is seen in the case of the snakes right now. That is also due to the evolution, right? This is disuse naga example, right? Then other one, fourth one is blindness in cave animals. ಗುಹೆಗಳು ಇರುವಂತ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಐಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್. ಐಸೈಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ನೆಸ್, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್. Earlier the animals were having the good vision, but gradually because of their residence in the caves, the eyes were not used. So that is why gradually the functioning of the eye is reduced. Now the blindness is developed. That means here earlier the functioning of the eyes were there, not used, disused. That is why blindness in the case of cave animals. This is also example for the Lamarckism, right? 4 I have given. First two are new structures developed. Other two were there, but now no, disuse. That is. Last one is vestigial organs. There are different types of the vestigial organs are present in the different group of animals, including in our body. Like appendix, we are considering as a vestigial organ. More than 100 different types of the vestigial organs are present in our body. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನಾಗ 100ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ vestigial organs ಅದಾವ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ in future these we may lose ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. We may lose ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ here vestigial organ existence itself is an evidence that in due course of time this may be lost. As a same process, this is also has happened. Iddiruvanta organs, how they are gradually disappeared is because of this. Likewise, presence of these vestigial organs in the different group of animals, right? Also example for this. So all these 5 example for the Lamarck's theory. So what I have told right now is regarding the Lamarckism, right? Lamarck's theory, principles and the examples. So anyhow, now I think 3 to 4 minutes time is available. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can right now you can ask by unmuting, or otherwise tomorrow also I'll be continuing the initial 5 minutes. We may discuss the doubts of today also. So please, students. Shiv Kumar sir.
Sir, thank you very much. Wait for few minutes.
If anybody is there, let it be. Otherwise,
From the students. The students, if you have any doubts, please make your video on, raise your hand, and you can ask the questions. One by one. If no doubt, you can ask the questions even tomorrow also, because sir is continuing the class on the evolution tomorrow also at the same time.
Sorry, sir.
All of you will join tomorrow also.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
good morning. Good morning.
Sir, myself Aarti.
Aarti, yes.
Sir, ನೀವು ಅಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕಿಸಮ್ದಾಗ 5 ಥಿಯರೀಸ್ ಅಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್? ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್
ಅದಾವ. ಹೌದಮ್ಮ, ಹೌದು.
ಬಟ್ ಸರ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಬುಕ್ಕಿನಾಗ ಓನ್ಲಿ 4 ಥಿಯರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ನೋ ಸರ್.
4 ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಮ್ಮ, ಥಿಯರೀಸಾ? ನೀವೇನಂದ್ರಿ? ಲ್ಯಾಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್
ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದೇನಲ್ಲ ಅದು?
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ 4 ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅವ ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್?
ಕೊಡಮ್ಮ, ಏನೇನದ ಹೇಳು.
ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್. Second one is environment and new needs. And third one is use and disuse theory.
Yeah, the theory alla organ. Use and disuse of organ. Enamma?
And fourth is inheritance of acquired character.
ಈಗ ನೀವೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಮ್ಮ? ನಿಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನೀನೀಗ?
ಸರ್, ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ರೀ ಸರ್.
ನೀ ಹೇಳಿದಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದೇ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಸೇಮ್ ಅದಮ್ಮ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಸೇಮ್ ಅದಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗ್ತದ, ನಾನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬರೆದಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇ ಇರಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಕವರ್ ಆಗ್ಯದಮ್ಮ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನ್ಯೂ ನೀಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಹೊಸ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಬಟ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು
Same
ಬುಕ್ಕಿನಾಗ
point.
ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದನಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬರ್ದನು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಐತ್ರಿ ಸರ್.
ಈಗ ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಓದು, ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ಕೋ, ಇದನ್ನು ಓದ್ಕೋ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾಳೆ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್?
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಅಮ್ಮ, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್. ಎನಿಬಡಿ? Any students? Sir, Shivakumar
Thank
sir.
you, Dr. Sir.
Ade nalena same tomorrow also same timing.
Hello.
Nalena same nale same
Tomorrow, sir.
same time. Okay
Same
then,
time.
thank you.
Once again, I thank you on behalf of all
Thank
my
you,
students,
sir.
colleagues, the principal and our departments.